Well, South Africa's governing African National Congress is holding its final campaign rally ahead of a general election. Supporters poured into the Johannesburg stadium for the event. It's aimed at boosting support for the party as it faces the strongest challenge yet to its 25 years in power. President Cyril Ramaphosa is promising new jobs and economic growth. The ANC has governed South Africa since the racist apartheid system ended, but has been shaken by several corruption scandals. Joining me live from that rally in Johannesburg is DW's Christine Mundwa. Christine, hi. The ANC has been in power since '94 when Nelson Mandela became president. What's at stake for the party in this election?
Rebecca, as you rightly said, this is the most contested election in South Africa's history post-apartheid. That is, the ANC has enjoyed big majority wins when it comes to the polls, but in the last two elections, support has been sliding. What the new leadership of the African National Congress is looking to do, led by Cyril Ramaphosa, is to reverse those losses at the polls. You now have another player on the scene, that is the economic freedom fighters, taking away young people from this party. Young people who are frustrated that the African National Congress has not done enough to change their lives 25 years into this democracy, Rebecca.
As you say, support has been dropping for the party. Cyril Ramaphosa trying to restore some of that image of the ANC. How successful has he been so far?
Rebecca, and that's what this election's really going to tell us. The result that the ANC gets is going to be telling how much the Ramaphosa effect, or Ramaphoria as it's been dubbed here in South Africa, is going to translate into getting those despondent, apathetic voters back to the polls. A lot of people had walked away from the party, people who can't necessarily vote for another party but had decided that they wouldn't be voting at all. Ramaphosa's message to ANC supporters has been that the party has reformed, it's rebranded, that they've looked at the past and they've seen the mistakes that they've made, neglecting the people, corruption that has taken place in this country. He is saying to South Africans that with his presidency, things are going to change. He spoke today about job creation, Rebecca. He spoke today about not letting another generation of South Africans be destined for poverty. The stakes are high, and a lot is hinging on Ramaphosa's image of a clean man who is not corrupt to come in and change the face of this party, Rebecca. Part of the reason why Jacob Zuma could not finish a term that was meant to finish now is because the ANC needed to change face by the time this election comes. So Ramaphosa has been in office for just over a year, and the message to South Africans has been, I'm going to bring back investments because people trust me, and that is going to translate into job creation, especially for young people. Rebecca, we're talking about a country with unemployment north of 25%. The bulk of that are young people in this country. Corruption has seen investment flow out of here, and so a lot is at stake for the African National Congress. It has to prove that it is still relevant for South Africa 25 years post-apartheid.
So job creation and the economy, would you say that's the most pressing issue? Is that what voters want the next government to address?
That is essentially it, Rebecca. You've got a lot of South Africans living in poverty. We talk about poverty being less than $1 a day. A lot of South Africans living far below that. Young people are unemployed. And in fact, the Electoral Commission talked about the fact that a bulk of those people who qualify to vote who aren't doing so are young people. And a lot of them say, I've been speaking to some of them, that they don't feel like the politicians have done anything for them and will be doing so anytime. So jobs, I mean, this is one of the most unequal societies in the world according to Gini coefficient. So you're talking about a country that is plagued with poverty. That has been one of the ticking time bombs that have been warned by forecasters all over the world, the likes of the IMF and the World Bank. The unemployment rate here is far too high. A lot of young people not doing anything. And so that is the key thing, Rebecca, addressing the issue of jobs, bringing back investment into this economy.
Christine Mundwa in Johannesburg, thanks very much for that update.